Nicole Pierce, and I'm back for another episode of Career Conversations with Nicole. I'm super excited today. I have Chase Phillips with me. He's a manager from CLA. Hi, Chase.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Good. I'm so glad to spend some time with you today. But before we get started on our topic, can you please tell the students a little bit about CLA?
Sure. So CLA, we are the 8th largest accounting firm in the United States. So that represents about 120 offices or 6,500 people across the country. We serve privately held businesses and their owners. So we don't do any work for publicly traded companies. So our focus is on privately held businesses. And for us, that's intentional. At CLA, our promise is to know you and help you. So for us, when we look at privately held businesses, we can really get to know their owners and their employees and help them along their journey as business owners, right? Whatever that is, if that's selling their business 10 years down the road or giving it to the next generation or whatever that is, we want to be able to come alongside them and help them in that journey.
I love that. So I'm going to ask too, Chase is an alumni of KFU, so hooty hoo to him. But is it true that when students intern with you guys, that they have the opportunity of doing just more than one area?
Yes. So our interns going to experience a lot of different stuff. So, and that is intentional on our end. So when I say a lot of different stuff, you're going to see audit work, you're going to see tax work. You might dabble in some consulting work. And for us, that's intentional because we want to give you as many different career experiences as we can. That way, as an employee, you can make an informed decision about what's best for your career. Long term, you don't necessarily have to do both. In fact, most people don't.
I love the fact that y'all offer that opportunity to students. So students, go check them out. Well, let's talk about today's topic. I'm so excited. It's called How to Get Promoted. And of course, everybody wants to know how to do this. So we're going to dig right into the first question. First, let's between promotion, a raise, and adding additional responsibilities. Because I think it has a correlation, but they're not all the same.
Yep. So I'll probably start with a raise. I think that is probably some low-hanging fruit there. Everyone kind of knows what a raise is, right? You're getting a compensation adjustment, right? So you're making more money, which is great, right? But at the end of the day, our goal shouldn't be to make more money, right? It's always good to make more money, but making more money doesn't necessarily advance our career, right? What we want to be focused on is what's the value? What value are we bringing to the firm and our clients, right? So I'm going to kind of transition that into additional responsibility, right? Because as we move through our career, so a raise would be more of a point in time adjustment, right? Mm-hmm. So when you think about, okay, maybe it's annual, maybe it's semi-annual, whatever the firm you're working for's pay scale is, right? They're going to generally have an annual adjustment or a semi-annual adjustment, right? But when you think about additional responsibility, that could be more of a continuum, right? So as you grow and as you develop different skills, you're going to naturally be given more and more and more responsibility, right? Well, the hope there is that as you get more responsibility, you're providing more and more value. And as you work through that, you get to that stage where, hey, we think you've developed enough skills where we want to promote you, right? So they all kind of work together, right? And that promotion obviously usually comes with even more responsibility and hopefully even more pay, right? Mm-hmm. So, but that all centers around what's the value we're providing.
Well, why do you want to strive for that promotion? I mean, I know that students ask me this all the time. To me, the answer seems pretty simple, but I'm sure there's a bigger picture we could discuss.
Yes. So for the promotion, I think early on in your career, I think that answer is pretty simple, right? Everyone wants to kind of move up and make more money and provide more value, right? I think it gets a little more challenging as you get further into your career, right? Because then you're faced with, okay, is this something I really want to do long term, mm-hmm. right? Do I want to be a principal of an accounting firm or a partner of an accounting firm? And if the answer to that is no, historically, you're kind of stuck in this weird position where, well, what do I do, right? But so we kind of recognized that issue at CLA, and we said, okay, how do we fix this? How do we create a career path for someone who doesn't want to go out and sell, right? Because that's not for everyone, right? So we have our career path looks like as an associate and then a senior, and then you kind of have a split there. So after senior, we have a split to a director path or a manager path. So the manager path is ultimately a path to ownership or partnership in the firm. Okay. And that is going to be more focused on outside selling. So selling to clients, right? So our director path could also be a path to ownership, but our focus there isn't outside selling. It's servicing the clients we have and maybe offering them some new services that they haven't been provided that we offer at CLA, or just doing a really good job and getting referrals from those clients, right? But the focus is different. So the focus isn't on outside selling. It's just, hey, provide the services you can to these clients that you have. If there's an opportunity that we can serve them better or in another area, then bring that to the table for them. So it kind of changes that game a little, where it's not just the only path is to partner. So that time frame, right, for advancement from associate to senior, well, that could be 2 years. If you're really getting after it, right, it could be 4 years, right? And it really depends on the individual, right? Because everyone's got to come in with different experiences behind them, right? If you came in to your first position with experience already, it's probably going to be closer to that 2 year time frame. If you came in with none, it might be closer to 4 years, right? But that all can depend on the individual and kind of the different experiences you have and kind of what you do and how you choose to go about things. At CLA, it's more about, okay, where have you gotten those career experiences that you really need, right? Okay, getting promoted from an associate to a senior could be around 2 years. It could be around 4 years, right? But getting promoted from a senior to a manager, well, there's a whole other level of factors that go into that, right? Do you have your CPA license, right? Because we're not going to promote someone from a senior to a manager without their CPA license, right?
Yep. Have
you been out in the market developing your skills as a business developer, right? Are you developing your business skills? What other skills and values have you developed?
Awesome. So to me, it sounds like, students, that you kind of got to hear is that if you're striving for this promotion in your career path, then you need to be working on some of those other skills outside of your day-to-day tasks to get you there. So really, it sounds like some of it's in your court, which I kind of like that. You can own the process.
Yeah, those soft skills.
Right? Yeah. Well, let's keep going with that and talk about what are the steps or advice on how students can get promoted. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, so we do what we call coaching at CLA. So we don't have formal review process. So the coaching for us it's at least quarterly, but it's meant to be more of a mentor type relationship. So, but onto that point, right? Get mentors. Get mentors in your career, right? That's the number one thing that you can do, right? Find a mentor, find either someone at the place you're working or someone outside the place you're working at, right? It doesn't matter who, but find someone that is beyond your years and wisdom, right? And seek advice from them, right? Getting and don't just pick one. Pick as many as you can find time for, and pick their brain, right? They've been in the industry, or maybe they're in a different industry, but talk to them, right? And don't just talk to them to chat, but talk to them about the different struggles you have, right? The things that are going well, the things that are going bad, because those things that you struggle with, right? Why are you struggling with those things, right? That could be an opportunity for you to grow, right? And that growth opportunity could mean that advancement that you're looking for, that promotion, right? So, and kind of on that point, right? Think about those areas of we call them, we focus on them as weaknesses sometimes, but don't think of them as weaknesses. Think of them as areas of opportunity, right? So if that's going out and developing some emotional intelligence, right? So you can be less reactive in a situation and think through your response, right? That might be something you need to develop, or you're right. So those soft skills, those come into play much more as you get further and further along in your career, right? Early on, the focus tends to be really technical and how you're developing your technical skills, and then kind of beyond senior, it becomes how well you're interacting with your team, or how well you're managing your team, how well are you interacting with your clients and servicing them. So it becomes more of soft skills versus what do I know technically. So early on, focus technical. Grow your technical skills as much as you can. And then as you get further on, start developing those soft skills and interacting with clients.
So I love all of that. The giving them the timelines for doing the technical in the beginning, really get good at your craft, and then start doing some of the other soft skills, management skills, leadership things to kind of build your career. But I want to just emphasize, students, the part about the mentor, I cannot explain how important that is. When I was young and right out of college, I thought I was awesome and didn't need the help, right? And so unfortunately, yes, you may have been the top of your class. You may have passed the CPA exam even, but finding a mentor that has already done all the wrong things that can tell you how to do them right, it's just so valuable. So take that for sure. So this question I threw in here because feedback is a hard thing for lots and lots of people. Even myself, I used to have a hard time receiving it. Now I look at it as gold because it really is. But how should students accept feedback, and what action should they take when they get it? And I just thought I wanted to throw this in here because I think it has to do with moving up and getting promotions. So it does. And I think part of it is setting expectations for yourself, right? If you're setting expectations of I'm always going to get good feedback, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, right? And in all honesty, if you're not getting feedback, that's, hey, you have an opportunity to improve here, then whoever's giving you feedback, you need to push them more, right? Because there's always opportunities that we all can improve upon, right? So part of it is don't look at that feedback as, oh, this person's attacking me, or this person, right, doesn't like me, or that project didn't go well, right? We can all come up with excuses for why something happened, right? But look at the opportunity that we have, right? What are the skills that I can learn from this opportunity, or are the skills that I can focus on from this opportunity that maybe I didn't do the greatest job on, right? Or whatever it is, right? But look for the opportunity that's there. How to flip the mindset, I think. And most students, and I hate to say it, but I see it all the time, even in our Beta Alpha Psi group, where the moment they get feedback, they think it's like a personal attack on them. And so funny enough, I have this saying that I tell students, if you get feedback, it's because they care and they want you to get better. If you don't get feedback, they're wanting you to fail and they're just waiting for you to wash out. So I liked your point about if you're not getting it, you need to ask for it.
Yep. And solicit that feedback, right? I mean, most of the time we all kind of know when we do really well on a job and we don't do really well on a job. So if you felt like you're underperforming, solicit that feedback and find ways that you can improve yourself.
Well, that was my last question. This is fast, but I will ask, would you like to give any last minute advice or thoughts to the students before we leave today?
I mean, I can't say it enough, but find a mentor. Find a mentor early on, right? And find more than one. Find more than one person that can be a mentor. And it doesn't have to always be the same person, right? You can change a mentor whenever you want. And it doesn't have to be this formal thing. Just take someone out to coffee and pick their brain and ask some questions.
Do you think that they should find somebody outside of their company, or you think it's okay for all the mentors to be inside if you were to pick?
It depends, right? A mentor just needs to be someone that you're comfortable enough to share with, right? And this is someone you need to be honest with. So, someone that you can be open and honest and have an honest conversation, and they're going to give you honest feedback, right? So if that's someone in your job, great. If you feel that comfortable, that's even better. If it's someone outside your firm that you're working for, okay, that works too, right? As long as it's someone that you can have an open and honest conversation with.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you being with me today. This has been awesome. Students, please go check out CLA and see what they have to offer for you. I'd love for you to look them up and follow them on social and all the things. So, Chase, I appreciate you. And until we can see each other again, I hope to see you in person soon, but maybe we can do this again sometime.
Yep, it was nice seeing you.